What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Today we got a special video. Cooking with Kya's in the building. The legend. The one who's changing the game. Generational talent. Top tier talent. Out here showing y'all how it's done. Especially the women showing y'all how it's done. Chefing it up. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. Like and subscribe, man. We're getting right into this.
It's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do.
Now, I think this food looks absolutely mid, to be honest with you.
You're crazy, gang. Crazy, gang. So, nah, it look alright. It look alright. But I bet you it's fire, though. Like, I will say pictures of food don't look good as the food be tasting. So,
Some of these flavors are contradicting. It honestly looks mostly packaged or simplistic, which is okay. She's young. This is what it's supposed to be. But surely this can't be what's got people upset and up in arms, correct? Right? Oh, that's embarrassing. Of all the crazy things that women are doing on the internet, like racking up 100 bodies in a singular day, planning to do 1,000 next.
Got ran through by 101 men, and my eyes are still recovering from all the bodily fluids that went in them.
You would think that that's what a lot of the women on the internet who are about protecting women are up in arms about. You know, protecting their sister from these injustices of their own mind. But it's kind of crazy that they aren't mad about that, but more so mad about a young woman showing off her cooking skills.
Girl, I can steal your man with this dinner I just cooked, bro. Welcome to another video with Cooking with Kya. Cooking with Kya.
If there's one thing that women
that plate look good. I'm need to reverse it. That plate look fire. 10 out of 10. Baked potato. Loaded baked potato. Texas toast. The only thing the toast needs is some cheese on it. With a steak and look like some mashed potatoes and broccoli. Oh. That's all I'm gonna say.
If there's one thing that women hate, it's a pick-me, or somebody that they've labeled as a pick-me for just simply doing actions that men like. Now, Kya clearly knows that, what men love, and she's taking advantage of it. They say the easiest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, so Kya's decided to put out cooking videos with her own creative twist. They say in Media Marketing 101, you need a hook and a catchy thing that'll get you into people's algorithms and their eyeballs and their views, and she's got it. But this is anti what women want.
I'm sorry, but I do not like this little Cooking with Kya hoe. I was on the phone with this dude the other day. He got saying, Cooking with Kya, Cooking with Kya. Don't be saying that on my motherfucking phone. But make it even worse, I can barely cook. I might be able to cook a little cornbread and a little cabbage, but all that, I can't cook like that. Then you got the girl dancing while she cooking like, girl, you was doing that for no reason. Like, it would have been cool if the girl didn't have.
Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if you're not cooking with Kya, then you ain't gonna be cooking for nobody but yourself. You're cooked. Literally. You are cooked. Like, I don't understand. Like, go on TikTok. Practice cooking. Like, till you get it right. Then when you get it right, then you could probably be cooking with Kya. But you'll never be cooking with Kya. So, yeah, you're cooked.
Have a dump truck. My man is not allowed to watch Cooking with Kya, period, point blank. I don't care.
I'm sure you've heard of the movement of women decentering men in their day-to-day lives.
Today's lesson is how to decenter men and stop craving male validation. You need to find hobbies that don't have to do with men. If you don't have any hobbies, then the only real thing going on for you that's outside of the normal is your relationship. Next is make a to-do list every single day that doesn't have to do with men. Obviously, keep yourself so busy that you don't have time to think about.
How to decenter man. Find hobbies and interests that don't have to do with men. Make a to-do list every single day that doesn't keep yourself busy, that you don't even have the time to think about it. Like you're gonna see people on a daily basis. You're gonna see men and women on a daily basis. So this list cannot exist. And whoever thinks is going to exist and actually work, it's hard to say, but that's a mental illness. And if you don't think it is, well, go to therapy.
About them, this one works wonders. You don't have to act like, oh, I'm gonna ignore his text for 3 hours because, girl, you're gonna be doing things to level up yourself. Then slowly but surely, you'll start to get used to their presence not being there all the time. It'll become a normal thing for you not to call them and not to text them. You'll realize how much happier you are to not constantly being like, how can I cater to the male gaze?
Now, I don't think that there's a problem with decentering men at all, to be honest with you. Actually, I think it can be positive. Being so wrapped up in the opposite gender, mostly due to sex or other means of companionship or romantic interaction, can be toxic and take you away from the main goals that you have in life. But I would probably argue this much emphasis on decentering men is centering men. Nonetheless, I don't think it's a bad idea to decenter the opposite sex in order to focus on your goals. But some people take it to the most extremes, and there can be negative impacts of decentering.
And that's what I'm saying. She's taking it to the most extreme. Like, it's okay if you want to focus on your goals and take time for yourself. That's cool. But be real with yourself.
Men that aren't discussed at all.
You know, like I talk about my dating life and how it's going, and the most advice I get is decenter men, and I totally understand that, and that's what I was trying to learn. But a part of me has a small little thing, right? Love you having yourself, right? The things you do for yourself. It's not the same as having like platonic love for like a family member. There's times I can spoil myself, right? Like it's coming from my bank account. Like I'll feel fulfilled, but at the same time, like what about at night when I want to be held or cuddled or even just...
See? You got to be more realistic. You got to be more careful.
Told these things, like it's like a part of me knows I can love myself to the fullest extent, but it can never replace being...
And that Jujutsu Kaisen shirt is fire.
held or being kissed or being like just told everything's gonna be okay by someone else. I think it's more so just not centering your life around a man's life. Like have your own life. You can still want someone, but don't let your life revolve around theirs. Don't become too dependent.
So in a situation like the Cooking with Kya video where this girl clearly over seasons the shrimp, I mean, look at the shrimp in question. Look at how much seasoning she puts on there. These are multiple...
Let me tell you, bro. I don't know if you black. You might not be black, but in a black household, you gotta season that. If you don't season your food, if you don't season it well, if you ain't heavy with the seasoning, I can't even say black. If you don't cook, if you've never cooked or seen your parents cook or anybody in your family cook, like the food gotta be seasoned in order to, taste well. And she's putting it in pasta too, so I'm pretty sure she seasoned, the water. She seasoned her base, cheese and everything and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure she seasoned all that well. But, especially with pasta, you gotta make sure it blends well. So you have to season the shrimp. It can't be like, you can't have the pasta overpowering the shrimp. If that makes sense.
Different seasonings that have the same type of taste or flavor profile. It's actually insane. It's amazing to me though how a young girl with a hobby or desire to provide for the man that she wants in the future elicits such a strong and nasty behavior from a bunch of women on the internet that want her to also decenter men the way that they've attempted to decenter men. Maybe she just doesn't have a problem with centering men like you do. Maybe she likes cooking. I can agree that she is thirst trapping, but again, with the extremes that we see on the internet,
I'm trying to be the first person to be with 1,000 guys in 24 hours. Now, this isn't an easy task, finding 1,000 people. So, women, if you can lend me your husbands for the day, that would be amazing.
I don't think that this is as harmful as people are making it out to be. Now, I think that this wouldn't be a problem if she was doing something that was more women focused, like if she was doing something that women...
That's a crazy thing to say. Sit there and say, lend me your husband.
So, women, if you can lend me your husbands for the day, that would be amazing.
I don't think that this is...
That's sick, bro. Get some help.
As harmful as people are making it out to be. Now, I think that this wouldn't be a problem if she was doing something that was more women focused, like if she was doing something that women enjoyed to do and it wasn't for this specific means to get somebody that was a partner, I guess. But her doing a normal task that
I think it's just that video went viral. That's what it is. Because women cook. Some women cook, some women don't. Some men cook, some men don't. Some people are trying to learn how to cook. Like, we have chefs all over the world, like, literally. So people cook. It's just that specific video went viral. So I think that's the issue, really.
Most human beings should be able to do shouldn't invoke such a big response. And I would even go as far as to say this can only exist with a task like cooking because so many women don't know how to cook in 2024.
I don't cook. I'm a microwave girl. I can cook tacos and pasta. Every guy I've ever dated, I've been in a 7-year relationship, 2 years, 8 years, and I don't cook.
So you're not going to cook for your kids?
I will do chicken dinos, and order healthy food.
What's a chicken dinos?
Chicken dinos from Jewel or Trader Joe's, like chicken fingers.
Chicken nuggets.
Like, I'm not cooking from scratch. I will cook and put things in the oven.
But I wonder if this response would be different if she was doing laundry with Kya, or braiding with Kya, I don't know if this same situation would happen. This generation of parents has been literally failing the men and the women as far as becoming adults or partners, let alone husbands and wives. And then when you have the internet glorifying things like WAP saying, I don't cook, I don't clean.
But let me tell you, I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me.
It makes sense why so many people would be so mad about this 23-year-old girl having a life skill. Now, with all that being said, I think a fair question to ask is, do I believe that Cooking with Kya is a pick-me? Actually, no. I think that she's a content creator who found clearly what seems to be a very, very catchy hook in order to draw people's attention to her videos, but it's not like she'll do anything to get a man. She's using rage bait in a perfect way. I don't see anything extreme right now about anything that she's doing. Now, I do think the responses that she's getting based off of her rage bait are very extreme, but I don't think what she's doing is extreme.
Cooking with Kya is popular among the men because she's extremely relatable and attainable. What regular man, especially nigga, is eating that palette of food on the daily? No, he's eating the stuff he was used to his mama making when he was growing up. Majority of people in society are average, if you didn't know. So that means that most men are going to be average. And what they're attracted to, in theory, will also be average. Because you also have to take into account the man has to be able to pull the woman. And usually men are most attracted to things on average that they perceive they can pull. So y'all are over here talking about like other creators that cook better or look better or whatever. These men don't even have the funds to even believe that they can have a conversation with some of those people. Okay? They don't have the looks, the socioeconomic class, the social tier, the nothing. Okay? Which is where her appeal comes in, because she's an average girl making average meal in her average home, shaking her ass in her average tight outfits.
I don't view her as a pick-me because she's not doing anything and everything for a man. She's not willing to bend over backwards for the approval of a man. This is just simple, harmless content.
No, she's literally just cooking. Like, I don't understand the outrage.
And we do know about pick-me's, and pick-me's are not good things.
So in Cam Newton's latest attempt to publicly humiliate Jazzy Brown, he's now done an interview saying that he's unfaithful to her, and how unlike other women, she doesn't come at it from a rah perspective. She's not cussing him out. She is asking him like, okay, you know, what can we do to make sure this is not a normal occurrence for you? What can I do to make this better? I mean, truly just painting the picture of this seemingly perfect woman. So my question is, where is her reward for that? Because from our perspective, it looks like she's doing everything right. She's cooking for him. She's cleaning for him. She's rubbing his back till he falls asleep. She's letting him cheat on her. She's having his kids without a ring. She's doing everything that y'all say that you want. And yet you just came on the internet like 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago and told us that you're still looking for a wife. So what is the reward for being the girl that does everything right? Because it feels like her reward is public humiliation.
I think the female disdain for Kya in these videos is not just because she's young, not just because she's attractive. It definitely can't be because of these mid-meals. It's ultimately because there are some insecurities that lie in
the meals are not even mid. They're just meals that everybody makes, bro. Like, not mid. Like, I ain't gonna call somebody food mid if I never tried it. It's just meals that everybody makes. That's why I think people are like, well, I can't even say people, women. Some women are pissed off about it. They're like, oh, what's that? Like you upset because you can't cook, like, cause that's really what it is. That's really what it is.
Their own abilities when we're talking about attracting the opposite sex to be with them. Now, I'm not going to get into the statistics behind black women seeking partnership that end up with said partners, because I think that ultimately that stuff is distasteful and doesn't do anything for the greater conversation. But there is some validity to those statistics and metrics. There's two sides of the coin, and there's one that we really don't talk about, is what could be done to help improve their odds of being more likable to the opposite sex. Now, hear me out, ladies. You're not going to like this, but the feminist movement has done some bad. And again, we're not going to get too deep into this, but it's done strides in order to empower women and say, hey, you can vote, you can be leaders of the household, and you can, for sure, take charge in your life and have ownership of whatever you place your hands on. But somehow that got twisted and turned into you not being able to do a life skill for another person without it being taken in the worst way possible. At one point, you didn't have choice and opportunity, so you had to learn these basic life skills that were having you contribute to the household in this specific manner. You were tasked with cooking and cleaning. But anybody doing traditional things like cooking and cleaning is labeled as a pick-me or a trad wife because they're not some girl boss queen, and they're instantly thumbs down off the internet because they're not a lash tech or somebody has a digital marketing company and their suite is based off of Highway 85 in Atlanta, based out of Riverdale. I said based out of twice. I just wanted to shout out Riverdale. Traditional gender roles have become choice as opposed to necessity in today's society, and any woman displaying these have women resenting them. Them deep down inside, ultimately because these women are displaying things that get them male validation that both parties are really seeking, but one is just getting outwardly because they are speaking on things outwardly. And I know that is a deep dive on this Cooking with Kya situation, but I promise you, it is so amazing how many people are so worried about this young girl. I even found some people in the comment section that were young as hell, like high school age kids that were worried about Cooking with Kya or making responses to Cooking with Kya because she said that she would take their man. This is literally a joke, people.
Cooking with Kya is just another example that y'all ain't really girls. And I just love how y'all keep exposing y'allself that the girls thing ain't real. Y'all are mad, and I'm gonna say jealous, at the fact that there's a bunch of men making videos talking about how attractive this Cooking with Kya girl is. And she is a nice looking girl with a nice natural body. And y'all are sitting there talking about, I don't get the hype. Let me sit you down and look you in your face when I tell you this. It's not for you to get the hype. If men are getting online and saying that they find her to be attractive, you questioning why they find her attractive.
That's the thing. Like, we can't have nothing. We can't have Cooking with Kya. We can't have nothing. We can't have nothing, man. Never works, bro. It never works. We can't have nothing, bro. Nothing. They could have Duke Dennis. They could talk about Duke Dennis all day, every day, all day, every day. Gas up Duke Dennis. Oh my God, Duke Dennis. Oh my God. Like, we can't have Cooking with Kya? Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real.
Is we.
I think in 2024, Kya presents the ultimate contradiction of the whole girl's girl, I support all women movement. We can support women doing OnlyFans, which we've seen before has been disruptive to people's psyche and mental health. We can support women openly cheating on their boyfriends by going on stage with famous R&B singers like Omale. And hell, we can even give some sort of credibility to women doing things like cheating and leaving their husbands. But when a woman is cooking, it's a problem. There was literally a woman earlier this year who paid $1,111 to do a picture with Chris Brown and then embarrassed her groom at the altar and on Instagram, and people were okay with that. Matter of fact, jumping with joy. And Chris Brown is a whole abuser.
You know what I've noticed about women? When they do it, it's okay. But when we do it, it's a problem. Because are you forgetting that Duke Dennis Glaze? Are you forgetting that Michael B. Jordan?
was just talking about, bro. What we do is a problem, bro. Like,
Glaze? Are you forgetting that Chris Hemsworth glaze? Now all of a sudden your boyfriend finds another girl attractive and you're complaining. Forgetting not too long ago you were Glaze the next celebrity.
So I just came across this. It says, y'all really risk the relationships over this? You're damn right. This is what men been waiting for. A woman like this in our community that is good looking, that has a nice body, who's excited and jubilant about cooking and being just a great woman to her man. You know, gentlemen, you know what a woman like this, when you come home, she's going to be excited to see you. She's going to be happy. And I tell you what, let's just make it real simple. Y'all talking about 50-50. I'll pay 100% of the bills for a woman like Kaya because she's bringing more than just some poom poom, a little musky poom poom to the table. She's bringing positive energy that's going to lift me up when I'm having a bad day.
Now, I'm not going to lie. If you didn't see it as a woman before, I think Cooking with Kaya is giving you an insight to what most men want. And I'm not going to dumb down men to being simple creatures like this, but a great bit of them are. They just want somebody to cook for them. They just want somebody to clean for them. They just want somebody to do something for them. And I think a lot of women are missing this in this equation. Now, look, Cooking with Kaya doesn't necessarily work on me. I cook better than Kaya. Cooking better than Kaya. Better than Kaya. But I wouldn't want no woman to cook for me. I just have yet to find the one that cooks better than me. But that doesn't mean that I don't want a...
you cook better than Kaya. Come on now, brother. Come on, brother. You know you don't cook better than Kaya. Stop it. Just stop it. Get some help. Get some help.
Woman to do something for me. I want my partner to do something for me. It could be a friend, business partner, whatever. I like that. Why? Because I'm human.
It's crazy, but like universally with all men, Cooking with Kaya is really what we all want. She bad. She cook for you. Bro, she just like that, bro. And it's all so simple, bro. Like, when the women say it's all so simple, y'all be lying. Y'all be lying. All the time. Sometimes y'all want this thing one day and then another thing the next day. But with us, we the same every day. And that Cooking with Kaya, I ain't gonna lie, that's what we want every day. I don't skip a video, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cooking with Kaya, cooking, nigga, I'll be ready.
What I think is interesting about this situation is that these women that say they are decentering men, putting men to the side, don't want to do anything for the validation of men, hate men even, do all of this talk, but when posed with a little bit of competition, they throw all of that to the side and get on the internet and start cooking, twerking, shaking ass, getting half dressed, showing more skin than Kaya could, and showing that they actually do have the skills in order to, you know, get the men that they do desire, but ultimately don't do these things because of internet pressure. You can say you're decentering men all you want. You can talk about Kaya being a pick-me all you want. You can hate some of these more traditional women all you want, but at the end of the day, people want companionship. And if these are the things that make the people that you're seeking feel good, I don't know. I would probably do what makes these people feel good. It's the reason why we get haircuts. I can admit that as a man. I would hope that some of the women can admit that's the reason why they get their hair done and their nails done. It's because they want to look good for the people that they're trying to attract. It's the reason why we get gifts. It's because the person
But you know they ain't gonna admit that. So
that I'm trying to attract and want to be with feels good when I get them a gift. It's the reason why we do things for others. And it's as simple as that. Kaya is the great bridge for the gender war. She's basically the Hokage. We salute you, Hokage Kaya.
yeah, shout out her, man. She are changing the game. Generational talent. When I send to that video, like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. We back in the building.